Originally, I didn't have any plans on making a video about this, but I'm going to put together a little video about the shop I built. It's 60 by 60. It's got 18-foot sides, roughly about 26 foot to the peak. I built majority of it by myself with some help here and there. The only things I didn't really do were the concrete, and a crew do that, and the doors, which are 14 by 14. I had a guy install those because I could get them installed for cheaper than I could just buy them myself. Got a bunch of junk in here, but it's been a great shop so far. This is what I started with. This is the original building. It had a lot of debris from the previous owners, as well as trees overgrown. On the back side here, there's an old sinkhole. I knew that the building would be built on the flat, solid ground. However, I wanted to add additional dirt to create a barrier. I hauled off many trees, truckloads of junk that was left behind to get the area ready. Then the dump truck started showing up. In all, I put about 35 loads in total. Here you can see when we first began grading. It was a big project, but I knew I'd be happy with the outcome. More and more dirt showed up. Just gotta relocate a couple of my toys and the shop's coming down. Then time began to tear down the shop. Piece by piece, me and my cousin removed the building. You can see my dad here with us at the end. Then dumpsters showed up and the removal of the slab began. It was a disaster, but getting there slowly by day. Now that I had a clean slate to work with, we began grading.
That's what kills me, you know.
It was so nice to see all the hard work we'd put in. Then we dug footers. Put underlayment, wire mesh, rebar, templates for all the upright columns. The pump truck showed up. It was concrete day. The concrete was one of the few things I didn't do by myself. It was just too big of a job for me. I was so happy to finally see it down. It was a major accomplishment along the way. Then the building showed up. This was one of the most exciting parts. Construction could soon begin. I put the entire structure up by myself with help of Amy. It took me 5 days from start to finish to get the red iron up. I couldn't believe to finally see this huge project make this much headway. Here you can see all the walls are up. I didn't think I'd make it this far this quick, but I'm not complaining. Most of these I lifted into place by hand. Some, like this door arch, I used with the excavator. I even worked into the night. My neighbors probably thought I was crazy. Well, I kinda am. Only a few more days and we'll start putting the siding on. Here's the almost completed structure. And here it is, ready for siding. This was another huge step. Could really get a feel for the building. It only took me and Amy a couple days to do that. She was a huge help along that process. But for the roof, I wasn't sure what to do. The sheets were 32 feet long, so I devised this contraption. Everyone thought I was crazy, but I said it'll work. There simply wasn't enough space to get a lull behind the shop to lift the metal. So I used this contraption on my skid steer to snake the sheets behind the building. Amy thought I was completely nuts, but it did work. It was super hot. I was cooking, screwing the sheets in every day. But we got that done in about a week. I look forward to keeping all my stuff in here and building many projects. It was finally coming to a close. Something I'd worked on so hard for so long. It finally became. I found shelving. We started moving in. The end was in sight. Thanks for watching along. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.